Hi guys. So I've been messing with my light a little bit over here. Haven't quite figured out the good lighting, so I think this is just how it's going to be. My name is Kestrel, and I work with Mindful Essentials. This is just an intro to essential oils class, and a little bit about me. I a couple years ago had just moved back from China. And China, I don't know if you guys know, but the air in China sucks. Like you couldn't see it. It obscures buildings. It's so, yeah, it's awful. So I came back with a lot of congestion in my lungs and a lot of heavy metal toxicity in my body. Not feeling great. And I had just had a baby. I had a baby when we got back to the US. And just walking upstairs carrying my baby, I would get tired. I would get sore. I was trying to work out and lose some of the baby weight, and I would be sore for days, which made it really hard to really get into an exercise routine. So I just had so much inflammation in my body. My hands would get stiff in the middle of the night, so stiff that I wouldn't even be able to make a fist. And I changed my diet. I stopped eating most grains and dairy. And then I discovered essential oils. And since then, it's definitely been life-changing for me. It's been amazing. So now I do aerial silks. I do yoga almost every day. It's no problem for me to carry my babies around. My baby's now 3, so he's a lot bigger than he was. And I'm not waking up with that same stiffness. And I have tons of energy. And my husband does too. He gets up at 4 a.m. He does CrossFit in the morning, and then he works as an assistant principal until 6 or 7 at night. And he has tons of energy as well. So that's why I'm really excited to share about essential oils with you, because it's been such a game changer for us. So I'm going to do a screen share. Okay, so this is a little history of what essential oils are. We've used plants throughout the ages. Before there was a Walgreens on every corner, we used plants, and there were medicine men and women who were trained in the use of plants. The Egyptians used them extensively for health, cosmetic, and religious purposes, and we see in their hieroglyphics their use of plants. Hippocrates, the father of modern health, he used plants with his patients. Frankincense and myrrh were given to the Christ child. Jean Belnay used oils on soldiers in 1943. They have been used throughout the ages. What I love about essential oils is that I don't have to be trained as a medicine man or woman. I have these awesome little bottles that tell me exactly what's in them, and I have a book and lots of people around who give me lots of support to teach me how to use these oils. So it makes it really, really easy. They are all natural. Essential oils are natural aromatic compounds that are extracted and distilled from the plants for health benefits. So the health benefits that the oils give to the plants, we can also take advantage of. Plants are organic compounds. Essential oils are organic compounds. Human beings are also organic compounds. So we work synergistically together. Some of the ways that the essential oils are used with the plants is that there's a type of pine tree that actually, when the beetles attack it, emits an essential oil into the air that spreads out for miles, and it attracts a type of bird that eats the beetle. It's pretty sophisticated science. It's pretty sophisticated what the plants are able to do to protect themselves. And not all plants have essential oils. So lilacs, which you would think have tons of essential oils, you walk by, you get a waft of lilac scent. That's actually not essential oil. There are no therapeutic benefits really to the smell of the lilac plant besides just to make us happy. But peppermint, if you pick peppermint in your garden, you'll smell that scent as you break that leaf open. And that is the peppermint leaf oil sacs that are on that leaf. So what we're able to do is to take the leaf from the peppermint. We also use twigs and the bark. The flowers are used, the rinds of citrus. Several things are used to make these essential oils. And they are pressed. They are cold pressed in some cases. They are heat pressed in other cases. It just depends on what the best way to extract that oil is. They are supercharged in potency. They are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So again, I was talking about the medicine men and women who would extract they would go through and they would find the best ways to use the plants. They didn't necessarily have the technology to be distilling the essential oils out of the plants. So 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. They are very, very strong, very, very powerful, which also makes them very affordable. 1 drop of peppermint oil is only 8 cents, and it's a really good oil for helping with head tension. It's a really good oil for helping to wake you up and feel more alive, to just let's see, it can help to cool you off. It can help you to stay alert. It relieves feelings of tension, head tension especially. It can promote a healthy respiratory function, and it can promote digestive health. So peppermint and 1 drop of peppermint can do all of those things. The oils are very, very effective. They contain hundreds of different compounds that provide complex and versatile ability to combat threats without building up a resistance. So a lot of the times when we go to the doctor, we go with some sort of symptom. There's some reason that we're going in, and the doctor will give you something for your symptom. And typically, they don't prescribe essential oils or any types of herbs. They will give you some sort of synthetic medicine that you have to take. Our bodies are not able to metabolize synthetics. So once you get that synthetic into your system, it might help your symptom, but there is also a list of side effects from every synthetic medication that you take. And that is mostly from the buildup that you get in your body of those synthetics where our bodies don't know how to metabolize them. The oils, because they're organic, are easily metabolized through our system. So if our body is unable to use something that's in the oil, it just metabolizes it and we're able to pee it out. The oils are really, really good at finding the root cause of our symptoms. So again, we go in with symptoms. The doctor doesn't typically take the time to figure out what the root cause is. The oils can be really, really good for pinpointing what the root cause is. My favorite example of this is that my friend's mom was having a hard time sleeping, and she would be awake at 3 a.m. every morning. So she took all of the different sleep aids that the oils have, like lavender and vetiver and cedarwood, and there's several that are very, very helpful for sleeping. And her daughter asked, "How are you sleeping, Mom?" And she said, "I'm sleeping great, but I'm still awake at 3 a.m. every morning." And she could have easily said, "The oils don't really work for me. I'm going to try something else." But she kept after it, and she found that it was actually her hormones that were keeping her awake at night, or that were waking her up at 3 a.m. She started taking the hormonal blend under her tongue before she went to sleep, and now she sleeps until 6 or 7 every morning. So it really was helpful for her to find the root cause of what was going on. The other really cool thing about the essential oils is that they can pass through our cell membranes. So our cell membranes are made out of lipids, which is an oil, because the oils are made out of lipids as well. They can pass easily into the cell wall. So viruses live inside of our cells. And usually if you have some sort of virus, you go to the doctor. Again, they say, "Oh, there's nothing we can do for you. You need to rest. You need to drink lots of water. You need to, just wait until your body's able to fight off this virus." Either that, or they'll give you antibiotics, which don't help viruses anyway. They kill off lots and lots of other things in our bodies, but they do not kill off viruses. So what's great about the oils is that the oils pass into the cell membrane and they help our body's system are to support to kill that virus from the inside out. So oregano is a very, very strong antiviral, and mixed with melaleuca, the melaleuca is able to eat through that outside shell and go inside. The oregano can then pass into the virus. So it's a very, very effective way of supporting our body to fight viruses. There are several ways that we can take the oils. So we can use them aromatically. You can just take a drop in between your hands, rub your hands together, and cup your hands and inhale deeply. You can inhale through your nose or your mouth. And it can help to clean the air and affect your mood. Anything that is linked to anything that you're having in your head. So sinus issues, emotional issues even, focusing issues, anything like that, I recommend to use the oils aromatically. They go into our bloodstream very, very quickly through our nasal passages. And our nose, our sense of smell, is actually connected directly to our limbic brain, which is the seat of our emotions. So we are able to affect our emotions through our sense of smell. You can also use the oils topically. So you can apply them to the bottoms of your feet. You can use the reflexology chart if you like. That can be a really effective way, or just put them on the bottom of your feet. As soon as they get into your bloodstream, they will pass through your bloodstream in about 1 to 2 minutes. I like to put them on my pulse points. I like to put them on the back of my neck. I use them on my kids who are age 3 and 6, and I just rub them on their spine. Usually if I'm using it with the kids, they are diluted. And to dilute an oil, you use a carrier oil. So never try to dilute an essential oil with water. Water and oil don't mix. So you're not actually diluting it. You're just kind of dispersing it. And if you have an essential oil that you get on your skin that's too sensitive, grab any kind of fat, any sort of carrier oil, coconut oil, almond oil, olive oil, even whole milk or butter will help to take the sensitivity away, and then you can just wipe it off with a dry washcloth. But you can also use the oils topically for any issue that you're having that's a topical issue. So if you have skin issues, you can use them to clear up your skin. You can use them to relax and soothe your muscles, and those would just be applied directly onto them. I've used them for little cuts and scrapes and bruises on myself and on my kids, and just apply them directly to them, kind of rub them in, and if it's more like a scrape, you would just sort of just put the drop, and you don't have to rub it in. They also work really, really well for burns. And this would be for only CPTG oils, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but you can use them internally. You can put a drop in water. Again, water and oil don't mix, so you would want to shake it up, and it'll disperse the oil into smaller droplets. If you just put a drop of oil on top of a cup of water and then take that and then drink that water, it will attach to your lips and your tongue, and it can be a little potent. You can also put the oils under your tongue. I like to do this with many of the oils, and it goes directly into my bloodstream that way. And then I'm also able to swallow it, and it goes through my stomach, through my intestines, and then goes out into my bloodstream. This is a really good way to use the oils if you have a systemic issue going on. You can also use them in gel capsules. So if you're very, very sensitive, because they are, again, very, very potent, you can just put them into a gel capsule, and then you can swallow them, and it'll help to support your mouth, your throat, your digestive, and overall health. So those are several of the ways that we like to use the oils. And let's see. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the doTERRA's wellness lifestyle pyramid. So when I first started teaching about the oils, my husband was like, I don't want you going out there and telling people that the oils are going to change their life and make such a difference if they're still like eating at McDonald's every day and they're still drinking every night and smoking and all of this. He's like, they can't fix everything, especially if people aren't really willing to make other changes in their life. And I said, that's great, honey, because doTERRA actually has this really cool pyramid that everything is based on. So it's based on eating right. Our health is really based on how we eat. That affects our entire life, our entire body. Exercise is also another thing that really affects the chemistry of our body. It affects how we feel, it affects how we look, and it affects the strength in our muscles. We need to also rest and to manage our stress. If we are, it's so easy to get so busy and overwhelmed. There's always housework and jobs and kids and, a million things that we're really working on, especially if we're trying to eat right, because that usually means that we're making meals from scratch. And if we're trying to get in our exercise, that's an hour or two that we're exercising and showering, etc. The days for me are just too short. If I could add 4 to 6 hours every day, that would be amazing. So I don't always get the rest that I need, but I've been able to use the oils to really help me to manage the stress and to get the rest, like really deep rest when I need it. You also need to reduce your toxic load. Toxins are in basically everything. They're in the air we breathe. They're in the food we eat. They are in the cleaners that we use to clean our houses. Laundry detergent actually has fiberglass in it. I didn't know this. They've found a lot of cases of the cancer rates of stay-at-home moms to be a lot higher because they spend their days cleaning. And those cleaning products are so full of toxins, and those go right into our bodies. So reducing our toxic load. Oh, and the other really big place that we get a huge toxic load is in the things that we put onto our bodies. Lotions and shampoos, face creams, face cleansers, all of that we do to, feel good and to feel better. A lot of them have a huge toxic load and a lot of known carcinogens in them. And then the last part of this little pyramid is informed self-care. So as you're watching this, you can kind of be thinking, well, how would you rate yourself on this pyramid on a scale of 1 to 10? How would you rate yourself in each of these areas? For eating right, are you, do you eat really well? You eat mostly organic? You make all your meals at home, you could give yourself a 10. If you're great at exercising and you exercise, that you're getting the adequate exercise you need. Again, so you can go through and sort of rate yourself on this. And this little page that I'm showing you right here, it's all color-coded to this pyramid. So Terrazyme can help you it helps to promote your nutrient absorption, and it speeds the conversion of food nutrients to cellular energy. There's lots of different tools like this that doTERRA provides. So I keep talking about doTERRA, and that is the essential oil company that I've chosen. doTERRA was formed in 2008. I really, really connect with them and vibe with them because of their co-impact sourcing. So sourcing oils indigenously is a really huge part of what makes them so therapeutic and so beneficial. Plants that are grown indigenously, where they're supposed to grow, are going to have a richer chemistry than a plant that is grown somewhere that it doesn't naturally grow. So I live in Colorado. I could probably grow a lemon tree, but it wouldn't have the same qualities as a lemon tree that's grown in Florida or in Italy, places that lemon trees grow naturally. And they've really done a lot of research to see what the chemistry is based on where the plants are grown. So the climate, the water, the soil, all of it has a lot to do with how rich the oil and the plant are going to be. What doTERRA is also able to do is that they create co-impact partnerships with people around the world. So they source out of 64 different countries. Many of them are third world countries where people are still having to walk an hour and a half to get water that they can then take home and boil, and then it would be potable water. These people are living with not very high standards of living. They don't have very many opportunities for making money. They don't have opportunities for sending their children to school. They really are living below poverty. And doTERRA goes in, they work with the farmers to cultivate the plants the way that they want them to be cultivated. They work with them to distill them and to get the highest yield that they possibly can from the plants that they're getting. And then they pay them a fair price for what they're getting. So a lot of essential oil companies will do third-party sourcing. It's cheaper for the essential oil companies But you really don't know where you're getting your oils from, and they don't take care of the growers. They don't take care of the people that they're getting those oils from. doTERRA really, really strongly believes that it's more important to take care of the growers and to take care of the people that they're working with. So they do go into these communities, they work very closely with them, and they build schools for them. They build hospitals, they build wells. They are the first people to come in if disaster strikes. So in Nepal, there was an earthquake in 2015, and doTERRA was there within 24 hours with $100,000 worth of blankets and water and food and shelter for the people who had been struck by that earthquake. They are very, very involved with where the oils come from. And that to me means that when I'm putting those oils on, I feel like there's definitely a karmic or an energetic result that I get from those oils, because I know that they're sourced in a very, very pure, very compassionate way. I also really love doTERRA because they really have set a new standard for purity with their certified pure therapeutic grade. So there's not a lot of regulation in essential oil standards right now. There's a couple different grades. There's a synthetic grade of essential oils. These are toxic chemical fragrances that you can find in products such as Bath and Body Works products. They smell, to me, they smell like chemicals, but they smell nice. They're fairly safe to use on your body. Then there's the essential oils that are used in food. These are, again, synthetic oils that they use in cooking extracts and flavorings, so vanilla and peppermint, things like that, peppermint candy or toothpaste. Then there's the therapeutic grade. And this one's the really scary grade because it's an unregulated standard, which leads to misleading label claims. You only need about 10% pure essential oil to be able to label your essential oil as 100% pure essential oils. But what you'll find with these, because I've seen from many people who say, I have 100% essential oils, what do you think of this? And they'll show me one of the bottles and I'll say, yeah, but look at this. It says on the side not to be used for aromatic use only, not to be used topically or internally, which to me tells me that there's something in those oils that's not safe to put on your body and not safe to take internally. And those are not the kind of oils that I would be recommending. So again, as I recommend anything in this presentation and let you know how I use the oils, these are only for doTERRA's oils because they're so pure and because they've been tested so many times. doTERRA tests their oils more than any other company in the world. They actually just looked at their eight top competitors to see what their testing standards were. 5 of them don't test their oils at all. 3 of them do the most basic tests that they can. At least they're testing them, but they really are not doing the extent of testing that doTERRA is. So, and a lot of these companies will claim that specific gravity is the most sophisticated testing there is for essential oils. Well, specific gravity is when you take a cup of water and you put a drop of oil in it and it either floats or it sinks to the bottom. That's specific gravity. It is not a very sophisticated test. And doTERRA has developed several tests that are much, much more sophisticated than that. So I know that when I'm getting these oils, they are beyond organic, they're verified pure, they're free of fillers, pesticides, and foreign contaminations. And they also do a third-party testing. So every batch of their oil is sent first to a third-party tester. If something doesn't pass his testing, the batch is thrown away. If it does pass his testing, it goes to doTERRA where it's tested again, and it runs through a set of another 6 or 7 tests. If anything fails, the whole batch is thrown away. Then they bottle it and they test it again to make sure that nothing was contaminated in the bottling process. So again, I know that when I get these essential oils, that they are the most pure oils I can be putting on my body and putting on my children's bodies. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about, hold on one second. I'm going to stop screen sharing and find my face again. Hi. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how I use the oils. And I use a lot of the doTERRA products and I use a lot of the oils, but I just wanted to take you through kind of a day in the life if you're like, what the heck do you use these things for? Let me pull up my presentation really quickly and I'll do another screen share. also, oops, not chatting. Okay, so when I get up, I like to start with lemon. I put lemon is very detoxifying. It's a really good way to start the day. A lot of people will start with a drop, or they'll squeeze a lemon into their water. I like the lemon oil. It's just a little, it tastes cleaner to me, actually. And it's a really good way to naturally cleanse the body, and it helps to aid in digestion. It helps to support a respiratory function. And it's really uplifting. All the citruses are very uplifting. They leave me in a really positive mood, so it's a really great way to start my day. And then I use DDR Prime. And DDR Prime stands for Damaged DNA Repair. This is an amazing oil that helps protect against oxidative stress. It also supports healthy cellular integrity. So it really is amazing for stopping abnormal cell growth. I've seen several people who have had different kind of worrisome growths on their body that have gone away from taking the DDR Prime. You can use it by adding 1 to 2 drops to citrus drinks, teas, or water. It does have a very, very strong taste. I'll let you know that right now because it has clove and thyme, wild orange, frankincense, lemongrass, summer savory, and neoli in it. So it does have a bite to it. But you can put it into your drink or a smoothie. Some people like to use it in smoothies. You can also combine it with fractionated coconut oil for a soothing topical massage. So you would just put a little palmful of coconut oil, put a drop or 2 of DDR Prime. You can give yourself a little massage with it. My mom really likes to make a roller bottle of it, and she puts it on the bottoms of her feet every day. So she's getting those oils into her body and into her bloodstream. I also like to just take 4 drops daily under my tongue, and I'll just hold them in my mouth for about 30 seconds to a minute. It seems like if I hold them in my mouth first, that it then tingles less when I swallow them. I also really love doTERRA supplements. So they have a food nutrient complex. And they've done a lot of studying to what our diets are lacking. And so much so that they actually have a different complex for all of the different areas where doTERRA is distributed, because the Japanese diet is much, much different than the American diet. So their nutrient needs are much different than ours. So doTERRA has really been able to figure out what our diets are lacking to put in the nutrients that we need so that they're no longer lacking. And in the certain levels that we need them. They were finding with the studying they were doing that a lot of multivitamins don't have nearly enough of the nutrients that we need to make any difference. And I know I was not super surprised, but there was a scandal a few years ago about Walmart selling just alfalfa inside of their capsules. There was no nutritional benefits whatsoever. On the other side of that are companies who make these super vitamins. And these are the ones that you take that have so many nutrients and then that your body can't possibly absorb them, and it turns your pee neon colors, so green and orange. And that is just because your body can't possibly absorb all of the nutrients that are in them. I've been taking the doTERRA vitamins for about a year, and they've never turned my pee funny colors. I know that my body is absorbing them really, really well. And I also know that my body really needs this nutrient complex, because when I don't take them, I feel really off. I feel a lot more scattered. I feel not as balanced in my body, and my brain function isn't as good. My mood is not as good. So my kids definitely know when I don't take them, and they're like, "Did you take your vitamins, Mommy?" They also have the omegas. Omegas are really, really important for brain health and also for our endocrine system. Our endocrine system is the system that supports all of our hormones. So the more healthy omegas we have, the better our hormonal responses will be, and the less we'll have problems with endocrine system issues such as, you know, a low thyroid or a high thyroid, adrenals will be supported, etc. And then there's the alpha CRS, which is a cellular vitality complex. This is really, really good for people who have a lot of inflammation. This can help to take that inflammation out of your joints and out of your body, while it's also really supporting your cells. I also do PB Assist every day, which is their probiotic. Their probiotic is double encapsulated. So a lot of times when we take probiotics, a lot of the probiotic is killed inside of our stomach. It doesn't ever get into our intestines where it's supposed to be. So the PB Assist, the outside capsule is dissolved in our stomach acid, and then the inside capsule goes into our intestines, and the live bacteria in there is activated by the moisture in our intestines. That's a really wonderful product, and they just started making them for kids. My 3-year-old takes them every day, and he now says probiotics, which is adorable coming from a 3-year-old, and he tells me, probiotics make me poop, mama. It's adorable. The Terrazyme is also, this is their digestive enzyme complex, and that helps to support healthy digestion and metabolic processes. So it helps to even out my metabolism. It also really helps me to absorb the nutrients from my food and from the other nutrients that from the other supplements that I'm taking. I also love Clary Calm. This one is really, really helpful for hormonal balancing. So sorry, I can feel when I ovulate every month, and it's very painful. It lasts for about 4 hours of lots of pain and pretty intense headaches, things like that. And I started using the Clary Calm on my abdomen every day, and I no longer feel when I ovulate. Sometimes I'll feel like a twinge or a little cramping, but that's all. It's such a better experience for me. And it's really evened out my menstrual cycle. They're so much shorter now. I used to get some massive migraines that were hormonally induced. I don't get them with the Clary Calm. And if I do have the start of a headache, come on, I'll just rub this on my abdomen really quickly, and it takes all of those issues away. So this is one of my favorites for hormonal balancing. Peppermint is another one. I like to put a drop or two of peppermint into my coffee. So I was telling you that it's really helpful for helping to stimulate your body and to wake you up. And in coffee, it's delicious. It also helps to promote respiratory function and clear breathing. It can help to reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion. You can also apply it topically to relieve feelings of tension. So if I have some head tension going on, I'll also take that and rub it on my temples or any place on my head that I'm feeling tension. You can also diffuse it when you're feeling fatigued or low on energy. My husband works at a school, and about midday, when everybody would sort of be reaching for their sodas or second cup of coffee or whatever, he reaches for his peppermint, and he actually had people who were coming from all over the building to get a drop or two of peppermint from him. It's really wonderful for just feeling alert and awake in the middle of the day. I also like to use the Balance Blend. So I'll put that on the bottoms of my feet. I'll rub it in between my hands and rub it on the back of my neck. And it just helps me to feel balanced and grounded into my body. It can help to promote a whole body sense of relaxation. It evokes feelings of tranquility and balance. You can use it before bed for a restful night's sleep, and you can add to wrist or neck to help ease anxious feelings. This one, coupled with the Serenity Blend, which I'll talk about in a few minutes, is known as Liquid Valium. It's really magical for helping to soothe anxiety and stress. And then I use the whole Virage. This is their skincare system. So they have a cleanser that's really amazing for cleaning my skin really well. Then they have a toner that you just spray on, and then they have a hydrating serum followed by a moisturizing, a really heavy duty moisturizer. These products are good for any skin type because it helps to balance the pH of your skin. The oils really are about balancing your body. So you don't need a bunch of different products for different skin types or different issues. So I'll give you an example of constipation versus diarrhea. how can one product be used for both of those things? Well, it's an imbalance in one of your systems. So if you're able to balance out that system, you're going to be able to alleviate both of those problems. So it's the same thing with your skincare. If you have dry skin or if you have oily skin, you're just balancing out the pH of your own body and of your own skin, so you can use it for any skin type. I also really love the Immortelle. I have I'm 41, so I have wrinkles. I have age things happening to me that I'm not super excited about. And so I've been using this on my fine lines and not so fine lines, and a lot of them have gone away, and my husband keeps telling me how much younger I look. So I love this one. You can also apply it topically to reduce the appearance of blemishes. And it's a really magical blend. I have lots of clients who have used it who have just had miracles with their skin. Frankincense is also, a lot of people call this their desert island oil. If they were stranded on a desert island, this would be the one oil they would want to have with them, because frankincense is great for so many things. You can take 1 or 2 drops in a veggie cap or in your water to support healthy cellular function. After a day of outdoor activity, massage frankincense into hands and feet for a warming and soothing effect. Anytime you have any sort of inflammation or any kind of discomfort in any of your joints, this can be really powerful for helping to soothe those feelings. You can add it to moisturizer or lotion to reduce the appearance of blemishes and to rejuvenate your skin. I actually had a really worrisome bump that came up on my clavicle. And, you know, worrisome in that it's an abnormal cell growth, and I don't want those in my life at all. And I started using frankincense, and I mixed it with spikenard, which is one of doTERRA's newest oils. And within 4 days, that worrisome bump was completely gone. I love my oils. Spikenard is really good for softening and purifying your skin to make it more vibrant looking. It calms, relaxes, and grounds your emotions. And it also enhances every other essential oil that it's matched with. So I used the power of the frankincense and just enhanced that with the spikenard and had really quick, really amazing results. I also really, really love Elevation. So you guys, you're probably looking at this going, you seriously use this many oils and this many products in a day? And the answer is yes. Almost every day I reach for at least this amount of oils, if not more. Elevation is a really good one if I'm having a rough day with the kids. So they're getting on my nerves and I can't stop kind of snapping at them. I'm sure we all have those days. And I don't have very many, but occasionally I'll just wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or they will. And I'll just take a moment to take my Elevation, rub it in my hands, inhale it, and rub it over my heart. And it changes the energy in our house immediately. The kids relax. I relax. It really is a joyful blend and a way of us getting back onto track with each other. I find that I'm much more present after I take a minute to apply my Elevation. Wild orange is another one. If I don't have Elevation around, wild orange is really good for helping to support your mood. So it can take you from feeling really revved up and in a tantrumy place, or if you're just feeling really tired and really lethargic, wild orange can take you back to a place of balance. So I've actually put it on my kids, dropped a drop in their belly button in the middle of a tantrum, and immediately they stop tantruming and look around like, wait, what was I so upset about? It really has a very cheerful effect on people. I also use all of the On Guard products. On Guard is their immune blend. It has wild orange, clove, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary in it. And they've done some tests. doTERRA didn't actually do these tests. There's another woman who did some tests to see how essential oils stacked up against bleach in terms of getting rid of bacteria and killing all the yuckiness. She found that On Guard cleaned better than bleach and killed more effectively the bacteria than the bleach did. And it doesn't have any of the nastiness of bleach. So I can use it, I can breathe it in, I don't feel like I'm choking or suffocating or that there's something harmful going into my body. They make a laundry detergent, and the really wonderful thing about the laundry detergent is sometimes I get busy. I'm oftentimes really busy, and I'll forget my laundry for a day, and I can come back to it, and there is no mold or mildew on my laundry, even if I've left it overnight. So I love the laundry detergent. It's taken my washings down significantly. I also really like their cleaner concentrate. I use it for everything. It's amazing for cutting grease. It's great for cleaning windows even and mirrors. There's no streaking with it. It cleans my toilet beautifully. It cleans my bathtub, my sink, everything really beautifully. And it only takes 2 tablespoons for a huge, you know, a normal spray bottle that you would use. So it's, even though it seems like it comes in a pretty small bottle, like a little goes a really long way. I also really like the sanitizing hand wash, and my kids like it so much that I kind of have to hide it because it foams up so well and has so many bubbles. They like to fill my sink with it. And our On Guard toothpaste is the best toothpaste I've ever tried. And I don't usually like anything cinnamony, but this one is fantastic and makes my teeth feel so clean. Their On Guard is also amazing. It's an effective alternative to synthetic options for immune support. We've been using it pretty often around here because it is that time of year, and my husband's in school, my kids are in school. So we're having more of a need to support our immune system. So I like to make a roller bottle that has On Guard, that has oregano. I talked about that in the beginning, and that has Melaleuca. And I'll put it in a 10 milliliter roller bottle. I'll cap it off with fractionated coconut oil, and then I rub it everywhere. I'll rub it on my throat. I rub it across the bridge of my nose. I rub it on the kids' spines. I rub it on the bottom of our feet, and I'll rub it on my pulse points. I also really like to take a drop of On Guard under my tongue with a drop of Melaleuca if I feel any sort of ickiness in my throat. And then I also diffuse a blend of On Guard, oregano, and Melaleuca. And that usually helps to shorten the time that we're not feeling well. You know, usually it's just overnight, and the next day we feel a lot better. So this is one of my favorite blends, the On Guard blend plus the oregano plus the Melaleuca. Oregano is also really great if for, again, things like viruses or deep infections. You can gargle with it in water. You can also steam with it. One of my favorite remedies for when you haven't been feeling for a while and it's all stuck up in your sinuses is to take a drop of oregano, a drop of peppermint, and a drop of Melaleuca in a teacup with hot water. Tense your head with a towel and inhale as deeply as you can, and you'll really feel where that infection is by how deeply you can feel the oregano. And Melaleuca is a really good one too. It's antibacterial, and it's great for cleansing and rejuvenating the skin. It helps to promote a healthy immune function. You can use it on little cuts and scrapes too, and they'll heal really fast. And it can also protect against environmental and seasonal threats. It's also great for cleaning. So if you want to make your own cleaning supplies, Melaleuca is a really good one to get for that. And lavender. Lavender is good for basically everything. It can help you to ease feelings of tension. So if you're feeling super tense and kind of stressed out, lavender is a really good one to help you calm down. It can help soothe occasional skin irritations. I use it on bug bites. If my kiddos get bitten by mosquitoes, this is really wonderful for taking out the sting and the itch right away. It also takes that healing time down to practically nothing. I also really like it. It's a really great antihistamine. So lavender will stop any kind of histamine response that you're having. A great seasonal allergy blend is lavender, peppermint, and lemon all together. And then you can use lavender the way that the more traditional ways of, you can add it to your bath water to soak away stress. You can apply it to the temples and the back of your neck. Lavender really is, it's another sort of desert island oil. If you don't have anything else, reach for your lavender. And Correct-X, because I have kiddos, this is one that I reach for quite a bit too, for cuts and scrapes and things like that. It has frankincense, cedarwood, myrrh, melaleuca, and lavender in it. And it's really great for helping to take the sting out of boo-boos and to also help to support our body to correct them really quickly. Digest Zen, I was talking about this one a moment ago when I was talking about constipation versus diarrhea and how one oil could possibly have an effect on both of those. This helps to balance our digestive tract. So you can add it to water or tea to maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract. It helps to reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion. And you can have Digestion on hand when enjoying heavy holiday meals to promote digestion. I tend to get pretty bloated and uncomfortable if I drink any alcohol. And so I was so uncomfortable one day. I was basically on the floor, doubled over, whining. And I took my Digestion under my tongue and I put some on my, I put a drop on my stomach and rubbed it in. And within 5 minutes, I didn't even know that it happened. Digestion is really wonderful. And it's great for the kiddos too. During a road trip to calm occasional motion sickness. My little one gets so motion sick when he's flying that he was on the verge of puking, like literally about to puke. And I grabbed the Digestion and rubbed it on his wrist and on his tummy, and no puking. It was wonderful. doTERRA Breathe we also use quite a bit. It's really great for any kind of respiratory support that you need. And if, again, during the season of kind of ickiness and nastiness going around, we like to put this in the diffuser too to help keep our respiratory system opened up and to help our sinuses. Aroma Touch is also a really good one that I'll reach for daily to release feelings of tension. It has a comforting, relaxing benefit. I like to put it on the back of my neck just to help to relieve and relax tension or any sore muscles. So like I said, I've been doing aerial silks, and so I get sore. I will put this on to help ease the soreness. If that doesn't work, or I need something a little stronger, then I use Deep Blue. And this one is really even more intense for helping to ease and calm tired and sore muscles. So we use this one quite a bit. My husband's doing CrossFit, so this is one of his favorites. I also use all of their spa products. So after your workout, you want to shower. I really recommend their body wash. It smells amazing and it feels amazing, and there's no weird toxins in it. Their mud mask is so detoxifying that they only recommend that you use it once a week. But again, since I've been using these products, my husband has been raving about how much younger my skin looks. And I have to say the mud mask, I think, is a big part of that. As well as their body butter. Their body butter is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. And because I have really dry skin and I live in Colorado, so I used to have to put Vaseline on my skin just to get any kind of moisture in it. And with the body butter, I don't have to do that. I get to use something that smells good and doesn't feel weird, and it's really, really lovely. Their body scrub is also amazing just if you want to exfoliate in the bathtub or in the shower. And then their shampoo and conditioner is basically the best shampoo and conditioner I've ever found, and anyone I've ever introduced it to says the same thing. I haven't found anyone actually who doesn't like the shampoo and conditioner, because I had gone through and I had really looked for shampoos and conditioners that didn't have a lot of toxins in them. And I didn't want to use the kids stuff because it doesn't get my hair very clean. I tried a couple things from the health food store. Again, it didn't get my hair clean at all, and it would just be a tangled mess. And I was like, okay, never mind. I'll just use the Pantene. It's fine, whatever. I'll get cancer later, but fine. And then I discovered the shampoo and conditioner, and they work better than anything I've ever tried. And they're safe for the kids. So I'm able to use these on my kids too. And my little one has had some cradle cap since he was born, basically, and I was using oils on him, but not as consistently as I needed to, because, you know, kids are quick and they run away from you. And I started using the shampoo on him, and within a week of starting to use the shampoo, his cradle cap went away completely. And then these are all the different kinds of diffusers that you can get from doTERRA. I have a pedal diffuser. It lasts about 4 hours. The Aroma Light lasts about 8 hours. And they are a really good way to get the oils into your home all the time. Again, I like to use them when we're not feeling well, or if I just want to affect everybody's mood in the house. Like if people are in a grumpy mood, then a little wild orange or citrus bliss into the diffuser goes a long way. I also really love past tense. I just talked about Aroma Touch and I talked about Deep Blue. This one is even more intense than either of those two. I was having some neck issues from my son jumping onto my head while I was in a yoga posture, and I started using the past tense every night before bed, and the discomfort that I was feeling in my neck basically was alleviated in about 2 weeks. So this is one of my favorite blends, and I travel with it all the time. If my neck does get stiff or sore, then I'll put this on it. It's also wonderful for head tension. And then this is how we end our day every day. This can also be used in the middle of the day. It can be used anytime that you're feeling anxious or stressed. And again, with the balance, it's a really beautiful blend. But I put this on my kids before they go to bed, and they go to sleep in less than 5 minutes every night. And I used to have to spend 10 to 40 minutes a night with them, waiting for them to settle down and calm down enough so that they could get their rest. So this has been such a lifesaver for us. So the doTERRA Serenity is wonderful. So that's kind of a day in my life of using oils. Again, I know it's a lot of stuff, and there's even more that I didn't even include in this that I will sometimes reach for if I'm having, if I need some adrenal support, then basil and lemongrass is really wonderful for that. If I'm needing a little more focus, then, or I'm feeling not as confident, then bergamot is my favorite. So if you guys are curious about how you get these oils, I'm going to pull up yet another page. So you can buy the oils retail, and you can just give me a call or send me an email or a text or whatever, and let me know, hey, I'd like to really try some lavender or some peppermint or whatever, and I'll order it for you. You can also get a membership. So it's a little bit like a Costco or a Sam's Club membership. It's $35 for the year, and then all of your oils are 25% off. Or you can get an enrollment kit. And I'm going to pull that one up really quickly. And we can chat about the different enrollment kits that are available. The first one is the Family Essentials Kit and Beadlets. This has lavender, lemon, peppermint, melaleuca, oregano, frankincense, deep blue, breathe, digestin, and On Guard. It also has doTERRA beadlets, which are peppermint and On Guard. It's a half drop of oil that's encapsulated that you can just pop in your mouth. They also have an Aroma Touch diffused. Don't know if you can hear my husband sniffling in the background. They also have a Cleanse and Restore Kit. This has a lot of the supplements I talked about, the Terrazyme, the PB Assist, the vitamins, and the DDR Prime. This is a really great cleanse, and a way that I took a lot of the, I'm sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. A lot of the inflammation I was having, so the pain that I was feeling in my hands where I couldn't make a fist, this helped to take a lot of that away. There's a Family Wellness Kit. So if you have little children and you're wanting to really concentrate on your kids using the oils, this has the Lifelong Vitality Pack for kids. My kids ask for this every morning as soon as they wake up. It has the PB Assist Junior. So I was talking about the little capsules that my 3-year-old now knows how to say probiotic because he loves these things. It also has a couple of the mood oils. So it has Cheer and Peace. It also has Breathe, Deep Blue, Digestin, Frankincense, Lavender, Melaleuca, On Guard, and Peppermint. And they are already diluted for you. So if you're wanting to use them topically, then you don't need to know a whole bunch on how to dilute them. You have them in the roller bottles and you can just rub them on. There's a home essentials kit that has frankincense, lavender, lemon, melaleuca, oregano, peppermint, breathe, digestin, On Guard, deep blue, and a diffuser. I definitely recommend if you're getting the oils to get a diffuser. And I was cheap when I first started. I did not get a doTERRA diffuser. I just got one from the health food store and it works fine. But I have to say that the doTERRA ones work better. When I finally got one, my husband was like, what have we been doing? Why are you trying to save money on stuff like this? And then there's the Natural Solutions kit, which has the past tense: lavender, lemon, peppermint, On Guard, frankincense, melaleuca, wild orange, balance, digestin, aroma touch, serenity, breathe, the beadlets, the toothpaste. It has the hand wash. It has the vitality pack. That's the supplements. It has Terrazyme. It has the deep blue. It has some coconut oil. It has a diffuser. It has a wooden box to keep your oils in, a breathe stick, Correctex, PB Assist, and the shampoo and conditioner. So you'll recognize a lot of that from what I use daily and regularly. And I wish this is the kit that I had been smart enough to buy when I started buying oils. But I went a different way. But you save almost $200 with this kit. And there's also a chance to get points for free products as well. If you're really sold on these, you're ready to go, you can get every oil that doTERRA has, including Melissa and Roman Chamomile, which are two that are not available for sale right now, not until December, but they do come in the Every Oil kit. The cost is $18.25. Again, you save, I think, $200 or $300. And again, my husband wishes we had just started with this one because we've already gotten all of these oils. And then there's the Diamond Kit, and this has all of the products plus all of the oils for $2,500. So, and your membership with any of these kits is free. So those are the 3 different ways that you can get your oils. Again, I'm going to stop screen sharing and come back so you can see me. Hello. And they are doing a really good promotion this month. If you get the membership and you get 100 PV worth of oils, that just means that PV is almost equivalent to dollars. The membership is no PV though, so you would spend the $35 plus $100 in oils, and then spend $100 in oils next month. You would get the vitamins and the supplements for free, so you could try them out for free. So I'm going to put up my contact info so you guys can reach me if you would like to order anything. And please feel free to reach out, ask me any questions. If something wasn't clear or was confusing, please let me know. So one more, hold on guys. Goodness, okay. Yes, there it is. Okay, here is my contact page. Yep, that's me. Those are my boys. That's Lucas. That's Wesley. He's 6. He's 3. This is my information. So if you have a chance to write this down, please do. Kestrel Bishop, 719-565-8834. You can reach me on Gmail. And you can reach out to me on Facebook. I have a business page, which is Mindful Essentials, and then I have a Mindful Essentials. It's a private group, but feel free to ask to join in if you haven't already. And I give lots of tips on different ways to use the oils and the products. And then if you want to just order on your own, you can go to mydoterra.com/mindful essentials, and it will talk you through how to get them. If you do want to get the membership, you'll want to do join and save. And if you just want to shop, then you can look at the prices there. They do give only retail prices on that site. So just be warned if they seem really high. Okay, so that's my presentation. Again, I'm going to stop the screen sharing so that I can say goodbye to everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming. And if you can, I see that there's 2 people watching, so if you guys can just let me know who you are, I can send you a little goodie for being here. And thank you so much again for spending your time with me. This is really great that you guys came out and took the time to be with me. I really appreciate it. Good night.